Looking for a beautifully textured and detailed crochet stitch to try? If that sounds like what you're looking for, why not try the uneven berry stitch? If you're ready to learn, I'm Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and by day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet. And if you're ready to learn, let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. For the uneven berry stitch, you're going to have to know how to crochet a few different stitches. Now I am going to show you how to do these in this tutorial, but if I go too fast or you want more detailed tutorials that focus on those stitches alone, you could check out the description below where I've included links for videos for these stitches. First off, you're going to have to know how to chain stitch. You're going to have to know how to slip stitch. You're going to have to know how to single crochet. I'm also going to show you the special berry stitch in this tutorial. For today's crochet tutorial, I'm going to use a size J 6.0 millimeter crochet hook as well as some size 4 medium weight yarn in this teal color. Use whatever works best for you. You may also need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle at the end of your project. Today's crochet tutorial is written using US crochet terms. For the berry stitch, you need to start by chaining an even number. Any even number will do, so I have chained 14 for this tutorial. For row 1, we're going to begin by working into the second chain from the crochet hook. Now, I personally am going to work into the back bump of the chain because I like how it looks better, but you can work into the chain however you normally do. There is no right or wrong way for this stitch. Into that second chain from the crochet hook, we're going to work a single crochet stitch. So without yarning over, we insert into the chain, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through both loops, and that completes a single crochet stitch. We're going to place one single crochet stitch in each of the chains across. So row 1 is all regular single crochet stitches. If you would like, you could also start this stitch by working a foundation single crochet, and that would eliminate the chain start and row 1. If you choose the foundation single crochet option, you could begin by foundation single crocheting an odd number because we do lose one stitch by working into the second chain from the crochet hook. So at the end of this row, my stitch count will be 13, which is an odd number. So just keep that in mind that you could start this stitch with a foundation single crochet, and that would take the place of the chain start and row 1. And that completes row 1. For row 2, we're going to start by chaining 1 and then turning our work. Into the very first stitch, we are going to slip stitch. So without yarning over, we insert our crochet hook, yarn over, pull through the stitch, and through the loop on our crochet hook. Into the next stitch, we're going to work a berry stitch. So to complete a berry stitch, we start by yarning over, we insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch. Now you have 3 loops on your crochet hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 1 loop. Now you still have 3 loops on your crochet hook. You're going to yarn over, go back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch. Now you have 5 loops on your crochet hook. When you have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops, and then chain 1 to close the berry stitch. And that completes your berry stitch. Now we're ready for our repeat, and our repeat is worked across 2 stitches. So our repeat is as follows. In the first of the 2 stitches, we're going to slip stitch. In the second of the 2 stitches, we're going to work a berry stitch. So again, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, then yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops, and then chain 1 to close it. We're going to repeat that all the way to the end of the row until we have one stitch remaining. So we're going to slip stitch and then berry stitch all the way to the end of the row until there's one stitch left at the end of the row. So it's kind of a nice one that you can just work and not really think about. I'm going to hurry to the end of the row and then I'll show you what this looks like and how we end row 2. So I just completed my last berry stitch for my last repeat, and notice again I've got one stitch remaining. When you have one stitch remaining for your row, you're simply going to slip stitch in that very last stitch. So row 2 starts and ends with a slip stitch, and that completes row 2. For row 3, we're going to start by chaining 1 and then turning your work. Now row 3 is going to be a little bit tricky because we are not going to work into the chain ones that close to the berry stitches. We're going to work into the top of the berry stitch, which is what happens right before you chain 1. So you are going to be skipping over and leaving out some stitch tops. So let me show you what I mean. So first things first, after chaining 1 and turning your work, in the very first stitch right here, we're going to work a single crochet stitch. Now you should notice that your stitch tops are curling towards the back, so if you need to, slightly turn your work so you can find those stitch tops. Now what we're going to do is we're going to skip over this one. That's the chain 1 that closed the berry stitch. And into this stitch right here, we're going to slip stitch. So we're going to insert our crochet hook, yarn over, pull through, and through the loop on our hook. In the next stitch, we're going to work a single crochet stitch. We're going to repeat that across the row. We're going to skip that one into the next, we're going to slip stitch, and then we're going to single crochet. So again, skip, slip stitch, single crochet, skip, slip stitch, and then single crochet, skip, slip stitch, single crochet, skip, slip stitch, and this repeat takes you all the way to the end of the row because your last stitch should be a single crochet stitch. So row 3 starts and ends with a single crochet stitch. For row 4, we're going to start by chaining 1 and turning our work. Into the very first stitch, we're going to place a single crochet stitch. Now we're going to get into the repeat for our row, and the repeat for our row is worked across 2 stitches. And again, the stitch tops are slightly curling here this way, so if you need to turn your work a little bit to find those stitch tops, you can. So our repeat is worked as followed. In the first of the 2 stitches, you're going to slip stitch. In the second of the 2 stitches, you're going to work a berry stitch. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops, and then chain 1 to close that berry stitch. We're going to keep repeating where we slip stitch and then berry stitch in across 2 stitches until we get to the end of the row and we have 2 stitches remaining. So slip stitch and then berry stitch until you get to the end of the row and you have 2 stitches remaining. I'm going to get to the end of the row and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So now I have 2 stitches remaining for my row. I'm going to slip stitch in one of them, and in the very last stitch of the row we're going to work a single crochet stitch. So row 4 starts and ends with a single crochet stitch. Row 5 is the last new row that we're going to learn. So for row 5, we're going to start by chaining 1 and then turning our work. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch in the very first stitch here. And then we're going to single crochet in the next stitch. Now we're going to get into the repeat for our row, and the repeat for our row is worked across 3 stitches. So we're going to skip one, into the next we're going to slip stitch, and then into the third we're going to single crochet. Now again, just like with row 3, we are not working into that chain 1. We're working into the top of the berry stitch. So again, skip, slip stitch, and then single crochet. Skip, slip stitch, and then single crochet. Skip, slip stitch, single crochet. Skip, slip stitch, single crochet, and you're going to repeat that until you have 1 stitch remaining. When you have 1 stitch remaining for your row, you're going to work a slip stitch in that very first or very last stitch. So row 5 starts and ends with a slip stitch. For the remainder of your project, using the uneven berry stitch, you're going to simply keep repeating rows 2 through 5. So you're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go back and go 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, until your project is as big as you would like it to be. As far as the finishing stitch goes for the uneven berry stitch, I would highly recommend ending your project after a repeat of row 3 or row 5. So that's the row where you just slip stitch and single crochet all the way across. I would not recommend ending after a repeat of row 2 or row 4, so your berry stitch rows. I would end after a repeat of 3 or 5, and that's going to make your top edge look a lot more similar to your bottom edge, and it's going to give your project some more uniformity. So just kind of keep that in mind. End your project after a repeat of row 3 or row 5. The last thing I want to point out is that the berry stitch is definitely a one-sided crochet stitch. So the berries pop to the front side. So hopefully you can see that detail there, how those berry stitches pop to the front. And then this is what the back side looks like. So that you even have some little indentations where those berries pop to the other side. So this is one where if you need it to look the same on both sides, I wouldn't choose this stitch because this is the wrong side and this is the right side, and it definitely looks different. And that's how to crochet the uneven berry stitch. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And if you're looking for another variation of the berry stitch, you could just check out my regular berry stitch tutorial right here. And I hope you have a wonderful day.